Let me introduce Werner Engelbrecht to you, the winemaker at Waterkloof. Please be so kind, Werner, and give us a general idea of what the project is about.
Yeah, thank you very much. Waterkloof, the farm as such consists of 120 hectares, of which 52 under vineyards, and all of it is basically behind you. You can see all the vineyards here behind you, all belongs to us. The farm is quite special in the way that we're very close to the ocean. We're about 5 kilometers from the False Bay coast, which has a very moderate influence on the climate. And as you can see, it's quite a sort of a hilly landscape, so lots of different slopes to play with. We are quite lucky that we're in the middle of sort of a natural fynbos area, natural vegetation. So the other half of our farm, we're actually trying to protect that. And because we're in such a pristine area, we also try to follow more natural ways of farming.
Is that where the cows come into play?
That's where the cows and the horses and everything comes into play. And what we're basically trying to do, we're going back to basics, back to the old ways of farming. So we're basically converting the farm to biodynamic practices. And we've got another, of the 50 hectares, we've got another 20 to go. 30 hectares has already been introduced into the conversion process, and the other 20 will introduce in the next 2 years. But we're bringing in cows for manure and for other practices, for the biodynamic practices. We're bringing in the horses to help with you can see with the work here that we've done. This is all done by horse, and the idea is to get away from tractors and from modern equipment and from pesticides and herbicides. And because I think if you do that and you follow a more natural approach, it's going to show in your wines as well.
Perfect. Thanks so much for telling us, Werner.
Great. So what happens with the cellar and the whole cellar design, it's actually about 3 storage levels deep. The winery has been designed using gravity, and for us the gravity helps because we don't have to pump the juice or the grapes around, and that just provides us and it helps us to make the most elegant wine possible. So the red's, it's got a lid underneath, and we use a basket press, and we just position the basket under the tank and open it up and empty it by hand, and the grapes falls by gravity into the basket. So again, it's a very easy way. It's a sort of an old, more traditional way of pressing the grapes, but for us it just makes the best wine that way. Now, this is one of our barrel rooms. We've got 2 of these, and this room we use mainly for our red wines to undergo malolactic fermentation. So just after harvest, after we've done the pressing, we immediately take all our wines into barrels for malolactic fermentation and then for aging. Generally we age our wines anything between 20 and 24 months. And we've got 2 barrel regimes almost. All our Bordeaux varietals goes into these smaller 2 to 5 litre barrels, and our Rhone varietals and all our white wines goes into those 600 litre barrels. They're much bigger, but again it's a very traditional way of making in the Rhone, the sort of Rhone varietals, and also in some areas in France for your Sauvignon Blanc and for your Chenin. It's a sort of a very traditional way of aging those wines.